House of Representatives is preparing to impeach President Trump for a second time. With just 9 days left in office, CBS News has learned President Trump is preparing to ride out the final week and a half despite growing calls to resign. CBS's Deborah Alfarone is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
A growing number of Republicans say President Trump should leave office now.
To resign and go away as soon as possible.
I think the best thing for the country to heal would be for him to resign.
But with resignation unlikely, Democrats are looking at other options to hold President Trump responsible for the assault on the U.S. Capitol.
Nothing is off the table.
In an interview with 60 Minutes, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she prefers the 25th Amendment to immediately remove the president from office.
Because it gets rid of him. He's out of office. But there is strong support in the Congress for impeaching the president a second time.
House Democrats will attempt to pass a resolution this week calling on Vice President Mike Pence and the cabinet to act. If they do not, Democrats say they will introduce articles of impeachment.
Every minute and every hour that he is in office represents a clear and present danger.
A draft article, Incitement of Insurrection, alleges that President Trump's conduct on Wednesday gravely endangered the security of the United States.
We will never give up. We will never concede.
The House could wait months to send the articles to the Senate. If convicted, even after his term, it would prevent Mr. Trump from running again in 2024.
Let's give President-elect Biden the 100 days he needs to get his agenda off and running.
Yesterday, police held a procession on Capitol Hill for Officer Brian Sicknick, who died from injuries he sustained in the riot. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
Another officer, 51-year-old Howard Liebengood, died off duty, according to the Capitol Police. Two people familiar with the matter told the Associated Press the officer's death was an apparent suicide. They were not authorized to discuss the matter publicly and requested anonymity.
Well, following the Capitol riots on Wednesday, several social media sites have either banned or placed heavy restrictions on content related to President Trump. Twitter announced that Trump's account was permanently banned as of Friday due to a risk of inciting violence, and Facebook has banned the president from posting until the transition of power to President-elect Joe Biden is complete. Those are just a couple of examples of platforms that have limited the speech of the president or topics related to him. KX News spoke with a tech expert about exactly what this could mean for the future.
This play with stopping people from having their voices heard will push people to other platforms that may not have been so popular in the past, and leaving people, places like Twitter and Facebook.
And Anderson also wants people to keep in mind that the online scams have been rampant during the pandemic. So before registering with an unknown site and entering personal information, he encourages everyone to pay attention to exactly what a website or app is asking for.
If you're going to a social media platform, for example, that's asking for a credit card up front, or asking for maybe way more information than you're comfortable with giving, those would be huge red flags to me. To not go that way.
Now, Google Play Store, Apple and Amazon, they've all removed the social app Parler from their stores after increasing breaches of guidelines concerning the incitement of violence.
All right, well, keep it with